Welcome back to Cookie Cutter to Custom. This is a special feature video of an urban farmhouse with pictures submitted by Toni Williamson from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, this first picture shows us their urban farmhouse, and you can see that it used to have an older white aluminum siding that they have replaced with a dark chocolate colored siding. Now, the other thing they did to modernize it was to take the shutters off the sides of the house and rearrange the staircase a bit, as you can see at the front entry there. Now let me take you through a few other pictures of the house in the before state. So you can see here one side of the house where there's a double door towards the end there. And now we're looking at a other side of the house where you can see the entry to the cellar on the right hand side. So you can see the condition that the outside of this house was in when they first purchased the house and started the work on it. Okay, now we see another view of this home where we have the double doors on the left there. So you could see that's where they started taking down the white siding, and of course in this picture you see it start to go up. And they did a really tremendous job with getting that dark molding around the windows and also installing new windows. It really sharpens up the look of this house. More recently, Toni has installed a beautiful seating area or patio right outside the doors there that we just saw in the previous picture. And I really love the fact that they made their patio out of these stones. Instead of just going with your typical concrete, they have these great stones there. And adding to it, they have put in this very comfortable seating. I am a big fan of having that nice comfortable seating out in the patio area so people can just relax and lounge and enjoy each other's company. So this definitely looks like a beautiful place for friends to gather and have a great time. I absolutely love this picture. I think when most people think of older homes, you think about the care and attentiveness that was put into the detail, especially of any wood carvings in the staircase as we're looking at here. It's just stunning. And wait till you see how they were able to keep this wood but really bring the rest of this stairwell up to date. It's really fantastic. But before we go to the next picture, again, I just want to point out the beautiful detail in the woodwork. I love how there's such intricate carving, and it's really still holding up after all these years. And I actually don't know the age of the house, but I can tell you that it is an older home, and for it to look this beautiful still is really a testament to the craftsmanship that was put into it. So we can already see here that great care was taken to preserve the wood of the banister. And again, you see these wonderful carvings and details between the spindles. Now at this point, a new light fixture has been added to update the space, but if you look at the metal that was chosen, it's got a kind of antique patina on it for something that's a pretty modern fixture. And here we see on the right hand side the use of wallpaper, which a lot of people have fear of wallpaper. It is something that was popular a couple decades ago, but I think it is making a comeback. It's something that I would one day like to have in my house, but you can see what a beautiful impact it's making here on this staircase. Okay, so now we can see the benefit of an impact wall, an accent wall, here painted in a pretty dark shade of charcoal, and how much it just highlights and really brings out the detail, not only in that wallpaper, but also on the woodwork on the staircase. I mean, that railing and those spindles are really just screaming out at you about their uniqueness and charm. Now, this also plays a lot of attention up to that chandelier. It enhances, in my opinion, the patina and finish of that light fixture, and just adds a lot of pop and wow to the staircase. Now, in our home, we do have some walls that are fairly dark, and they were scary choices to make, but we don't regret them at all. So if any of you are considering doing some sort of accent or impact wall, or wanting to experiment with a darker color, I say go for it and check it out, because I feel like, generally speaking, the rewards are usually there when you take that risk. Now this is just adorable and a wonderful use of space. This little nook under the staircase where there is a beautiful hope chest, some cozy pillows, and again, we see the pop of that wallpaper again here under the stairs. So a nice way to tie it all in together. This could be a cozy reading spot. You know, hope chests like that are always great to store shoes and winter gear. In our home, we have a hope chest at our entry, and it really comes in handy. It makes great seating, and I think this space is just adorable. So now what we're looking at is the side entry of the home, which I believe is the entry that this family uses most often. But one of the charming features that was kept throughout this home are the original radiators that are all around the house. You're going to see another one later. But I always love just the look of a family living in a space, and that's what you get here. We have all the hooks that make it nice and easy to hang hats and jackets and backpacks and all the fun things that mean family. So it makes it nice and easy to get your gear and head out the door. Now, in another area of the home, we have this adorable shelf and mirror. And right there at the bottom, you see a couple totes with some magazines, again, giving it a nice cozy feel. This shelf was something that the homeowner made herself. She had a vision for what she wanted, but was unable to find it, so she made something on her own. So again, I highly encourage any of you, when you really feel like there's something special you want in your space, but you can't find it in a store, you can't take something cookie cutter and make it custom, then you might want to just make it custom and go for it. That is a fairly simple shelf to make, and it's very meaningful when you make things on your own. Okay, so now we have the outside of the side entry, and this pop of color in this beautiful green shade is just fantastic. We have the brown house with the dark trim and this pop of green that really, evokes to me springtime and just fun. It's just a really terrific color, a wonderful choice for this door. And we have the nice wreath on the door. Love seeing the W that really identifies this family that belongs to this home. And having the little boots by the door is very, very charming and just, again, adorable. I know I keep using that word, but that's the word to use. So as we get closer, you can see that she did place here another wreath during the fall time. And I love the little hello medallion hanging from the leaf. It's just very welcoming and casual, but very tastefully done. And you can see towards the top of the wreath, there's a little doorbell, so to speak, something that kind of can lightly hit the pane there so that there's a little bit of a chime. So again, very, very charming. Okay, so I know this is a laundry room, but let's face it, we spend a lot of time in our lives doing laundry. I love this space because it's very elegant in its simplicity. From the light fixture to the wall to the, I believe that's an aloe vera plant on the windowsill there, which is extremely practical, always a beautiful plant to have, to the shelf that the homeowner made herself during a weekend project right behind the washer dryer there. So think about your space that you spend a lot of time in, and laundry rooms are definitely one of those places, and make them feel good to you, nice, clean, fresh. Something that makes you feel happy when you're doing daily chores is always a good thing. So the dining area is always a special place. It's where a lot of great meals are shared, wonderful conversations are had, and of course, both of those things lead to great memories. So when you look at this space, you can see a couple interesting details from the original portions of the home. mainly the window. Even though the windows are new, they really respected the design of what was there already. And you can see on the wall there the pipes that were used as part of the, I believe, heating system, and of course just the regular plumbing. So that's always nice to see that they really retained those details. This piece of furniture, the table you're seeing in the center, was built by Toni's father. So it's a gorgeous piece, very sturdy, and you can see she did a great job adding the black color in there as an accent with the chandelier, the mirror, the shades on the light fixtures, and the chairs. I believe she used to have stools in that space, but wanted to reduce the bulkiness, so went with the chairs. Now, it's interesting because one of the things she shared with this picture is the fact that even though she loves to reuse and repurpose, sometimes a girl just has to go to the store and pick up the rug that they love that is the right size and shape for the space. So again, it's always okay. If you have something that's cookie cutter from a store, it's okay, as long as you're putting it in your space and making it your own. So here is a picture of what's going to be the island in their kitchen. And again, it evokes and it just speaks to me that the fact that they made some of the pieces themselves not only gives it the customized feel, but it really warms the house, and it gives a sense of pride to be able to say that, you know, you created the space that you're living in. This family is very aware. You can tell that they know they're living in this space. This is where their lives are happening. They're really respecting, wanting to have everything be right for them. So it takes time and it takes patience, but it's worth it. Okay, now we get a look at that finished product. Just look at that kitchen island that was made by the homeowner. It looks beautiful. It adds warmth to the space. And again, talk about balancing old and new. We titled this Urban Farmhouse, and that's exactly what you're looking at. You have some modern touches with the stainless steel and the classic white shaker themed cabinets with the, you know, old-fashioned looking, even though it's brand new, kitchen island with the stools. So very nicely done. And now let's have another look at this kitchen. And again, there's the other radiator that is original to the home. I love how they have such amazing natural light in this space. Look at over that sink and see those windows. Lots of brightness coming in. So it was a really terrific choice to go light on the walls and with the cabinets and maybe a little darker on the floor. And it just really keeps things, again, simple and elegant. So a stainless steel fridge matches the other appliances, of course. It does add a shine and a little bit more light to the space, which is good with the dark floors, but it's really timeless. Stainless steel can look modern, but also classic as well. I love the fact that this family opted to have the one large kitchen sink. And of course, it's just a matter of preference if you like the divided sink or the big open sink. I am one of the people that likes the big open sink. I like to be able to fit large pots and pans and baking items in there. Look at this picture here with these strawberries right in the sink, taking a bath, getting ready to be consumed or jarred or made into ice cream or jam or what have you. Just a lovely picture to end this video with. But again, think about it if you're ever renovating or purchasing a new home, what you want your sink to be like. And I highly recommend strongly considering getting that big kitchen sink. I want to give another special thank you to Toni Williamson and her family from Grand Rapids, Michigan for sharing these beautiful pictures of their urban farmhouse. Would you like some of your project photos to be featured in an upcoming video? If so, email me at cookiecuttertocustom@gmail.com.